Moon's bright tonight, people. Well, here we are, Debris Village. All my kit lying around. Got a couple of added bits of kit this week. Chainsaw I got for Christmas and roll mat I got myself. Everything's just as we left it. Nice and spot on. It's a grand, it's absolutely spot on everything. Lasting. My food bag there. It's my breath in the air. There is a slight frost on the top of the shelters that you can see. I've stripped this entire side of the shelter off. Let's just step back. Stripped all the debris off there. I'm going to do the same to there, just to get a brand new tarp on the top and get it proper dried in. And I'm going to be sleeping in this one tonight for the first night, just until I've finished working on this one. So yeah, Tyson's just looking for sticks. Right, that moon is, eh? So the new shelter is tarped. It's going to be bone dry in there now. I've tarped that so far. I've cut a number of logs for this wall here on the new shelter. Yeah, got these posts I'm gonna put down in the ground and build the wall up level to, well, the back one. Yeah, that's kind of my food bags. My bags for life. Just hide everything in there because it's so cold out, everything's gonna be frozen, no doubt. But yeah, it's all good. Little workstation. So since I've roofed that shelter, there's a frost gathered on the tarp already. Look at that. So as I'm here for quite a while, I'm gonna have an easy tea tonight just because it's like 1 AM in the morning now. Been working quite hard, built that wall. I'll show you that in the morning. Just got to finish the roof and then get 2 logs for the far wall to finish that. I'm just gonna spicy sausage pasta. I've got a couple of these with us for the end of the week just because my fresh food's not going to keep that long. Not bad. Dog's water's started to freeze. Got my thermometer out, I'm gonna set it out and so it checks the temperature. Not too shabby. There's a frost on the screen. It's like 3 AM. Nice and warm in the shelter. Look at this, white. Everything is just white. It is so cold. Jesus. Tyson's having his breakfast, and yeah, I can't believe how frosty it is out there. I've relit the fire, got a load of dry pine that I've had standing outside. Just banged it on top of the hot ashes and give it a quick blow and it's away. Get some heat into this sucker. So there's my shelter. We're gonna go for a little wander. I believe how frosty it is, eh? So I've lit this up. I've also extended the chimney. I took the old door out, but I've put it back in just because it hasn't helped it smoke wise. But I'm still not happy with the shelter, so I've took it down again. It's just cutting into workspace around here. Should have put it somewhere else. My firewood's took care of for the next 24 hours. And I'm getting some nice mulch on the ground, sawdust. I've got some breakfast here. Just got some porridge, golden syrup, but so simple, and coffee. Tyson's had his breakfast. Can't even taste the golden syrup, you know. It's not very strong. So yeah, big thanks to my little brother for the Christmas present. I love it. Works so well. And as you've seen from my Instagram, I got new boots. Finally, everyone was complaining, saying I needed new boots. How lucky is that? Look what I found again. A stash of ladybugs. I've decided again that I'm still not happy with this new shelter, a new clay kiln burner either, wood burner. So I'm going to stay in that shelter again, but I'm going to build a raised bed in it before I take all my stuff out, put my raised bed in, and yeah, do that just because I need to get off that cold floor like. For either side to support the beams. I'm wearing gloves, look at that, that's how cold it is. There's a beer can back there. Right, I'm in the pool section. So my workstation over there, all this I've just went and collected in this back pile here. A good lot of wood. Just for building. I'm going to start stockpiling it, even though I'm not going to build anything yet. See, it's good to stockpile it, then it's dried and ready for when I do want to build something. A couple of these long poles here I've got for a long log bed. It's going to be quite a long one, so because it's got to reach clay pile to clay pile, so yeah. adding to my pile of logs. Just with logs I've had stashed standing up against trees out there, bringing them in. That's the bed done. Right next to the fire, full wall. Long enough for me. So the raised bed is done. Everything's in. Dog loves it. It's well raised off the floor. Lots of wood in the fire. It's started to rain stroke hailstone a little bit. It's quite cold, man. That could fall as snow later on. how wet my softy jacket is. It's like 10 minutes out in the rain. Just sorted a sort of porch out for us. Just gives the extra little bit of dry space. I've done a massive modification to the back of that shelter, and I'm gonna start splitting wood now and eat my banana. Yeah, there's the modification. Took the willow back out because it was letting a load of draft in. Log wall, tarped it. Absolutely awesome. A lot more room at the bottom of the shelter now, especially with the raised bed in there. Wood pile, I can get the full side of the fireplace to dry the wood. Awesome. So yeah, I think that looks better with a wall on the back of it, and the heat difference is massive, so good about that. Had my light lunch again, another one of those ration meals, this time meatballs and pasta. Exactly what it says it is, meatballs and pasta. Can't complain. I'm gonna have a roll with it, I think. So we're pretty much in the shelter now because we've had quite a bit of rain. So I've been stocking in wood against the back wall to get it dried. So yeah, I've filled the entire back shelter with logs, smaller kindling, small logs. I'll just pile them up against here, dry them out. I love the back of the shelter now, it's absolutely epic. A lot more space and you can get into it now I took that wall out. And I'll just recycle that clay and use it in somewhere else. Oh, what's that? More logs on the other side? Look at that. How awesome is that for a back wall? Just loads and loads of logs on both sides now. Well, it's dark and raining outside. I've got the light on. Tyson's up there in the bed. I've finished stocking up wood. Plenty of split stuff down there. Got a nice little chill area down here next to the fire. Dogs up here. Circulating air a lot better now. As in the whole room's warm because the back's not taking all the draft. Yeah, got plenty of logs. Logs everywhere. And there's a log wall behind that too. So at tea time, I'm having bacon. Got streaky bacon there, and I've got special fried rice in there. Rice was gorgeous. Well, morning all. I slept real good. Tyson's just having his breakfast. It's fire's gone out. We had a spot of snow last night. Nothing serious, but we're expecting more later. And I built a chair last night too. So my main priority today is I need to do a water run. I need to pop to the main gate and get some water because I am totally out now. That's Sunday night, Monday night. That's 2 nights so far. Oh, I'm loving it. Just starting to get settled in. Look at that for a chair. I made that last night in here when I was bored. It's even got a back on it. Result, and it's solid too. Slept awesome on that bed last night. Brilliant. And so much warmer than the floor. Tyson loves my seat. Hey, I'm not bribing him with the sweet. There's still a little tiny bit of snow on the floor. It's 11:30 in the morning. It's got dark, like dingy, and overcast and cloudy, and the temperature's dropped, so I think we could end up with some snow. Getting excited. Be nice for a good blizzard. Well, the sun's managed to poke through. I'm just fetching a load of wood in there, so I've moved that airbed out the way. This shortest Kinema's chainsaw and tool storage for now. Just get in there and pile that with wood too. So I left my gloves out in the snow last night. Dumb move. And they were frozen solid when I put them on top of there, so they're starting to dry out nicely. Hot water on for some porridge and some coffee for breakfast. Used a couple of logs last night from there, not much. I've got all this prepped and done this morning. I hate like battening firewood, I see it no point of it, but obviously I can't fit whole logs through into there. So yeah, I've got to prep it. But I tell you one thing though, the dryness, if you look back on the video, like look at that, that's been setting next to the kiln all night and it's almost bone dry like. So I took 2 hours out of my morning to help the landowner get some firewood for his proper cabin. And so yeah, got a load of birch and pine and chopped them up for him and took them over to his thing and put them by his front door. It's little things like that sometimes the landowners appreciate. Here we are people, it's snowing. It's snowing! It's cold. Well, it's obviously why it's snowing. It's slightly raining as well, so it's not that cold. There's my chainsaw. Grab that and head back to camp, I think. So just today, because there's a lot of cows around, put the dog on the lead just for more his safety, so I can pull him away from the cows if they get too close. I'm halfway through. It's one pile, that's another pile, absolutely massive piles of wood. There's all sorts, oak, pine, birch. That's pretty much it actually. But yeah, well seasoned. I've been a busy bee. The cows have been watching us. Sun's going down again. Very not long like. It's been quite a short day again today and I can feel the temperature dropping. I haven't really done much in the village today, but it's been nice to get out and do something different. Well, I'm always collecting wood, but wood for someone else for a change. I've got a little bit there and I've got my shelter fully stocked, and I took some of those logs in my bag. Just a couple to splice up for my brew. I know there's be worse places to stay. Just dried the dog. He's having a nap. He's out ragged after all the running around today. So I leave me alone. So he's under my softy jacket and wrapped in my sleeping bag as well. Got his jacket here hanging next to the fire drying. Gloves are still drying. I've had to take my pants off, change my pants into some joggers just because they're soaking. So yeah, drying everything. Got my tonight's ration meal in there. Which is just pasta and bolognese. Get my a food drop off tomorrow, so hopefully there'll be something good and fresh in there we can cook up on the spit roast, because I am sick of these ration meals now. I think I've got some streaky bacon I might cook actually too, a little bit left. So I'm going to indulge chocolate eclairs, coffee next to my fire. It's another bright moon again tonight. A lot of stars. It's frosty again too. Look at that. The ground's crunchy. There you go. -6. Everything's white. It's just white. It's awesome again. Moon's over there. Sun's coming up over there. Freezing. I'm just getting my fire going again. Look, Tyson's having his breakfast. I've lit the main fire pit outside, and the fire pit inside's going too. I've even got frost on my saw. Finally made a sawhorse. It's the most wonkiest thing you've ever seen, but it works and it's steady. Ticking another thing off my list. Got my sawhorse, got my chair. Now I've started making the bench. These are the legs for it. There's the other two there. I'm going to put cross beams across here. Two longer ones going from the bottom of the leg to the top of the leg to support the back. It's going to look quite cool once it's finished. I think anyway, if it doesn't fall apart on us. Tyson's just sitting on the roll mat, soaking up the sun. So this is where I'm at now. I've got the base on, these legs, which are just chunks of log. And I've put cross beams across here and here and here. Yeah, it's solid as is now. Get the raft, another two poles going up here, and another on the other side, just to support a back. And then, yeah, some rafters on it. Done deal. I wanted to make the top of the bench out of sticks, like poles like that, but it looks a little bit mediocre, so I remembered I had this nice big pine log here, so I'm just splicing it down the centre. This is my mark here to stop, so it's long enough for my bench. So I'm just over halfway. Yeah, a lot of wood shavings too, because it's pine. I'm going to save them. So that's my point there. I've gone past it. It's done. Just got to cut it this way now and then open it up. Oh, it's looking sexy inside. Look at that. What? What? Epic! Now to carry them back to camp. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. And like the middle bit I've put two poles in just because it looks really cool. It's like IKEA sort of thing, if you know what I mean. Trust me, it's all the rage these days. How awesome's that? Chuffed to bits with it. Absolutely solid too. I'm not going to put a back on it. I don't even think it needs it. I think it looks way cool as is. I think if I did anything more to it, it'd just ruin it. So the yeah, the notches cut out, so it sits right in there, nice and tight. Love it. So it's going to stay now. I didn't even notice the fog moving in. It's going to be white out later. I've just got a yellow warning for fog and ice. So yeah, situation in camp is I'm looking at this, splicing this log for another one of these really cool benches that I'm standing on. Main fire's going, little fire's going, just because I'm keeping that shelter warm for later, for when we're going. Tyson's sleeping in the blanket next to the fire on the roll mat. Yeah, plodding on. Landowner just been to check I'm still alive, and yeah, he's just told us that we're expecting it even colder tonight, could be -10 out here, so we'll act accordingly. Got a fire out here, so in our work area, which is there, so we're warm, and I'm still keeping that going in there just to keep a good old heart in my shelter nice and warm too, just in case it does get too cold out here. I can just retire in there. Got the little dog set up there, he's next to the fire, that's his bed. Around again, I've managed to accomplish 3 bits of wood now from a single log. This is the edge, this is the edge. I'm going to use that as another seat, like that. It's just a smaller seat, and then I've got this bit from the middle. Freehand too, I say not bad myself, like. Just using that there's a thing to keep you straight on the chainsaw built in. So just dragging that down the log before I actually cut is awesome. And because it's pine, it doesn't take too long either. Dog's found a spot on the new bench now. Yeah, I've got my little enclosement all nice, and the door's over there for now. I've flapped the door over there just because I'm, yeah, pretty much working outside on these bits of wood. Got this awesome bit cut. It's like a plank, but it's like 2 inches thick, or 1.5 inches. Hey, just saying there to Tyson, it's been a while since we've had a fire outdoors like this at the village. Not right, Tyson? So I've upgraded my little work area stroke firewood collection place with planks that I've cut myself. Looking good. I'm just heading back from another water run, and I think I've got one more job, and that's bring another pine in that I've been saving. Yeah, there's the village there, surrounded by a debris wall sort of thing. Oh, I've been busy. Another 3 planks. The first ones I put on there, and then on here, and now I've got these other 3, and I've got another log there I can get 3 out of. Yeah, I am getting good at this, if I do say so myself, and I don't like to blow my own whistle normally. I mean, obviously this side's a little bit rugged, but chuffed to bits, and the grain, look at it. I'm sure that's some fat wood right there, or it's just damp. My last head torch battery, so I'm gonna call it. And there's my chair that I made the other night, comfy. I've got the bits to make another bench for along here, sawhorse. Yeah, I'm gonna head to the shelter I think shortly once this burns down. Might even transfer some of it to the shelter. It's getting cold. So I've been out roaming all day today. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm just getting my fires lit at camp because I've been chopping wood down at the outer limits of the woods. As you can see, I'm getting a good beard going. So yeah, sorry about losing half a day today. I now have that fire lit in there. Main fire's lit. Tyson's chilling by the fire again. I have a joint of beef on, as you can see. Last night out. Well, not my last night out. I'll probably go home and repack and go back out down the river or something. But yeah, this is the first one of the 5-nighter. I'm looking forward to this joint of beef. You've no idea how bad it is living a week on ration meals and chocolate bars. I'm looking forward to beef, vegetables, potatoes, gravy. Can't wait. It's almost a little bit annoying to go home tomorrow. I don't have to, but I genuinely do not have anything left. It's like I've got enough coffee to do till tomorrow morning, porridge for tomorrow morning, no ration meals, last joint of beef, well, only joint of beef. So yeah. But again, you'll see us out over the weekend. It's only Friday tomorrow, so you'll see me out for a one night or somewhere down the river. I don't even know how long this video is going to be, eh? It must be over 30 minutes. It must be. And head torch batteries too. I ran out on the 3rd night. I've been recycling head torch batteries through my solar power packs, but they're not really charging. I brought 3 power packs with us, power banks, and I'm on my 2nd one, but I can still use the 1st one as a light because there's still 1 bar of power on it. So yeah, not doing so bad. Got all the stuff I said I was going to do, I've done. Made my bench, taught myself how to plank wood out of logs, topped up on lots of logs for firewood too. So yeah, I've chuffed with my week, really enjoyed it. It's passed fast. I'm not going to bed early tonight, like, no way. I'm gonna stay up until this fire's out. I want to make it at least waist high so I can feel it from the bench, you know, once I've cooked. So the beef is getting a nice skin on it, apart from that side. Some logs there to chop up. This beef is looking good. Can't wait. Smells divine. Some more planks I've been working on over there. So, the beef is pretty much done. Potatoes are boiling away, carrots are about just to the boil. Put the lids back on. So there we have it, the beef. It's awesome. And of course I have gravy. Guys, I just woke up for the last and final morning in the woods at the village. Yep, started to pack up already. It's my rucksack. Just it's my camp area. How good does that look now? All my hard work getting logs for the landowner paid off with fencing for my camp. Oh yeah. And my bench. And then I've got a little one there that still needs a bit of work to it. I'm going to put a bigger frame on it. Yeah, a nice table. Get packed up. That bed was very comfy too, especially with an air mattress on it. That new one I got, I love it. It's so comfortable. The days of me waking up with bad backs are over.